poppin', gang? Hey, yo, let me know when y'all pull up, man. Who's here? Who's here? Reggie, what up? I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. What is it? It's Thursday, man. Listen, they said tomorrow is feeling like -12, gang. If you not from Chicago, you have no idea. -12, bro. School is out. Listen, bro. It's one of them days. Everybody staying in the crib tomorrow. Let me know when you guys pull up, man. Hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate you. We got quite a bit to get into today, gang. We got a lot to get into. Let me see who's here. Hold up. I hate when my stream settings go away. Let me know when you guys pull up. Like I said, hit that like button on the way in. We got a couple of different things to get into today, man. J.Cole news, Drake news. Who else? What else we got? I talked to Rayvon for like 25 minutes yesterday, bro. We gotta talk. We got that. What else we got? We got Travis Scott news. We got some more Rocky news. It's a lot going on. What up, Koala? I see you, gang. He said go crazy. What up, my boy? I see you. Noah's in the building. Manchild is here. Alicia's here. Desi's here. Furry B's in the building. Regal is here. Who else is here? J2 is in the building. Let me know when y'all pull up. I'm going to say what's up to as many people as possible. I'm saying what's up till we get to 100 people in the chat. ATL Peach is in the building. Who else is here? Did I miss anybody? Pop Smoke in the building. What up? I'm saying what up till we got 100 in the chat. Who else is here? Koala, hey man, hey, Mustard, I see you, my boy. Yeah, we see you. Congratulations, gang. Thomas is in the building. Shaq is in the building. Miss Tracy is in the building. Who else is here? Let me see, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button too, man. I appreciate you. Hoodie Nation live in the building. What up? Hey, we almost there. We almost at 100 in the building. I'm saying what's up till we get 100 in here. Rue, what up? Moral, what up? I see you. Cookie G, what up? He said, now I ask, what did I miss? Hey. What did I miss? The plot, nigga. The plot. That's what you missed. Hey, bro, we gonna keep it going. Smash that like button on the way in, man. What up? Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy out here. Alex, what up? Who else is in the building, man? There's a lot of y'all pulling up. Like I said, make sure y'all hitting the like button on the way in. We got quite a bit to cover. I told you, I talked to Rayvon yesterday. I got some news. I don't know if I'm supposed to share it with y'all, but I got some news. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole thing, but I got some news. We got Clipse news. We got ASAP news. We got Travis talk. We got Jadakiss. We got J.Cole news. We got the Drake appeal. We got a lot, bro. Crystal, what up? I see you. Did I miss anybody? Lady T, what up? Did I miss anybody? Let me know if I missed anybody. We almost hit 100 in the chat. Been live for about 4 minutes. Let's get it. All right. Like I said, man, tomorrow's about to be -12, at least out here, bro. At least in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area. Listen, bro, stay in the house for real. Like, they cancel all the schools. Everything is -12, bro. Listen, in the crib, we ain't doing nothing tomorrow, bro. Cars in the garage, we good. We ain't going outside. Listen, if you from the West Coast or the South, y'all don't know what this is like, bro. Y'all don't have no idea what this is like. I feel bad even ordering DoorDash tomorrow. We might not even be able to do that. But anyway. So, I talked to Rayvon yesterday, gang. I talked to Rayvon yesterday, and how do I want? So basically, I was like, all right, look, man, you ain't dropped in a minute, bro. I said, hey, bro, you ain't dropped in a little bit. What's up? So after I said that, he hit me up. We talked for a minute. He's like, listen, bro, I ain't dropped in a minute. I got some things I'm working on, though, bro. I got some right now that I'm working on. He said, what I'm working on right now is finna be crazy, and it's including some other artists that y'all gonna be excited to see too. Y'all gonna be excited to see them. There's a couple of artists out there that when this happens, y'all gonna be excited to see that. But the real talk, The real talk comes into play. The real talk comes into play where because I was like, hey man, like listen, bro, I don't think you understand. We had a conversation about podcasting and podcasting as an artist, and you know, if an artist should podcast or you know, and not saying that that's what he's thinking about, but that's just a conversation we were talking about, because I was telling him from my perspective what it was like when we were getting that consistent, constant music that was dropping. Like if y'all remember the Rayvon Joey Badass beef part of the year where you had bro, just artists from both sides, from the West Coast and from the East Coast, dropping records. That was a time that is like no other that I've ever experienced. And we were talking about artists that potentially use beef as a rollout, and how that did not particularly go well for one side. Feel me? Because y'all remember Rayvon dropped this EP or his mixtape. The Good, the Bad, the Dollar Menu. He dropped that, and you know that was kind of making waves. We was talking about it, we was covering it. You know, everybody was reacting to it, and then Joey dropped his project right after the beef, and it really didn't really move numbers in the way, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't really move numbers like that. And then he said, "You know what, bro?" He said, "You know what, bro? I was so locked in at that point, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. He said he had way more music. But the tracks that I heard these tracks. I heard them, okay? I heard them. He had two more bangers that if he had to drop those songs, we would still be talking about them songs. We would still be talking about them songs. Just with the feature that he had on the song alone. Just with the feature that he had on the song alone. I heard the feature. And I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about it. I won't say nothing about it. He trusts me with the info. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. But I'm just telling you the feature that he had on this. Get active. And he said, I want to drop it so bad. I wanted to drop it so bad. You know, it got to a point where it was getting to be too deep. Pause. Like it was meet the grams level. It was getting too deep. And No. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna confirm that's not it. I'm gonna just say that right there. I'm gonna confirm that's not it, because I don't want nobody spinning that narrative and that's not the narrative. That's not it. But there were some people that said, "Hey, bro, let's cool it off," and those people are the people that matter. I'm gonna just say that. Those are the people that said, the people that matter are the people that said, that's enough. Let's focus our energy elsewhere. Which I could see how that was a smart move too. Right? Like I could see that was a smart move too. It's over, it's dead. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's tap into something else. So yeah, but I heard I heard this shit and was sitting. I'm like, bro, please let me drop this. I said, let me drop it. He said, no, I can't, bro. I can't. And I respect it. But just know, there was some smoke. There was some smoke that we didn't get. And it made me think though. Like it really made me think. It made me wonder how many times that happens in a beef where where at some point it's about the music 100%, but at some point it's business too. And it's like, we can't just do this, right? Like he been acting, he been doing other stuff. So it's like, we can't just do this. We got to move on. We got to jump to something else. Cause I don't know how many songs we got between them. I think we got 5 or 6 songs. I think we got five or 6 songs from that or something like that. So, it was just time to move on. But I wanted to start the stream off with that today because we talked yesterday and I told him, I said, we're gonna talk about it. I said, I ain't gonna spill the beans, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could trust me with that. But like I said in this Twitter post yesterday, if he had to drop what I just heard, he would have broke the internet. 1,000%. 1,000%. Hey, look, Von Wick. So, hey, shout out to Eddie Wynn. Shout out to Eddie Wynn Gaming for the $2 donation, man. He said, pray for me. I'm going to be... Where? You going to be delivering mail where? In the city? Nah. Shout out Eddie Wynn for the 2, man. W Eddie Wynn in the chat for me if you guys do not mind, man. W Eddie Wynn in the chat. I spoke with Ray around that time, and it seemed like he was going to get ripped. Furry, hey, listen. It was getting to a point. That's what I'm trying to say. Based on what I heard, it was getting to a point, and it was just like, you know what, bro? Like, we're going to move past this because, you know what I'm saying, as we know, there is connections there between, you know what I'm saying, Joey and TDE and all that. So, like, let's just move past it, and let's not keep going. Let's not keep going. I think it was like 16 songs between everybody who helped. Yeah, including everybody involved. It was probably even more than that because you had, what's bro name? Not K-Stack. What's the other one, bro? He responded to everything I dropped. He had like 4 alone. You had Hitter that had like 2 songs. And then you had the East Coast dudes that was dropping. You had so many people dropping at the time. It did kind of like start to muddy the water a little bit. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons why they said, you know what? We're going to just move on because it's starting to get muddy out here. Big up crew. Shout out to Footy Chats in the building. I appreciate you. I was rooting for Joey, though. I know it was a lot of people rooting for Joey, man. Like, I told him that yesterday. I said, the Joey fans came out of nowhere. Like, the Joey fans, you know, it's crazy that they came out of nowhere during the beef, but High Key didn't show up when he dropped the album. And I think that's something to point at and look at, where in this current climate, I think that beef sells. I mean, and I think it always has. And I think we're actually going to get into some of that topic. We're going to touch on that topic a little bit today, where beef sells, but people are just more interested in a focused effort when you locking in on one person and dropping consistently. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a little bit, that's why we were so focused on it, because it was consistent, bro. Consistent. You know, and I told him that. I was like, that was one of the biggest times in YouTube, was when everybody was just dropping consistently. Then it got kind of dry, and we talked a little bit about all of the consistent Drake content that we was seeing all the time. And it was like, bro, at that time, it really wasn't nothing else happening. So that's all anybody was talking about, was the Drake content. Hit that like button if you guys haven't done it already. Shout out to J2. I appreciate you. Ray was in Curtis King's stream, chat around that time, and he said, when I get to speak to him, yeah, that's a fact. He was over here a lot too. Beef brings attention and doesn't necessarily translate into other sales. Who said that? Jess, you are 100% correct on that. Shout out to J Tom. 100%, 100%. Like it definitely captures the attention because it's the emotions are high. The emotions are always high when it comes to stuff like that. But when it comes to then focusing on your project, that might also be why beef isn't necessarily the best driver of your project. Because if people aren't there for you and they're only there for what you're going to say about the opposite of the other person, then it don't matter, especially if you're not talking about the other person on the record, right? J-Tom, what up? All right, man. So that's the first thing, man. I just kind of wanted to quickly cover that. And shout out to the homie Rayvon, man. I'm hoping we get some more music from him. Well, we will be seeing something from him soon, but as far as the project is concerned, hopefully we see some more music from him as well, man. What else we got? I got my notes down here. Y'all know I got my notes down here, man. Y'all know I got my notes down here. Clipse and Pharrell. All right? Clipse and Pharrell, man. So Clipse and Pharrell are going to be performing at the Grammy Awards on Sunday. I didn't even know it was this Sunday. High key, we might need to yeah, W knows for real. We might need to maybe react to that. We might need to react to that. Clipse and Pharrell are performing, which to me kind of makes me think that they're gonna be winning something. I think they're up for. Are they up for album and song? Is that what they're up for? Album and song? Next Sunday, Clip's about to win their first Grammy. Yeah, I think they're winning, bro. I couldn't imagine them coming out and performing and not taking something home. To me, I wouldn't even want to be there if I'm not winning, bro. Personally. They're taking something home for sure. Yeah, I think they taking something home for sure, and they get a chance to perform at the Grammys. Have they ever performed at the Grammys before? Have they ever performed at the Grammys before? I'm not sure. Let me look it up. Have the Clipse ever performed there before? No, it doesn't look like it. Everything says that this is them. They're performing next Sunday, but not that they have performed at the Grammys before. I'm not sure if they have. No, they haven't, right? They haven't performed at the Grammys before. I think they will win for Chains and Whips for sure. That's I don't I mean Chains and Whips or Birds Don't Sing. I just don't see how they can't win for Birds Don't Sing. Birds Don't Sing is come on, bro. Birds Don't Sing, they scream in pain. Clipse and Pharrell gonna bring the house down. Legends on stage. Clipse and Pharrell hitting the Grammys on Sunday, February 1st. Can't wait. Pharrell is performing, but he was not nominated once for a producer at all. Well, I mean, I think just him being in the room, I think him being there is enough for them. I think he's supporting them and doing it, even though he wasn't nominated. I didn't see. Wasn't he nominated? Was Pharrell nominated too? I thought he was nominated. Primarily for his production work on Clip's album Let God Sort Him Out. Yeah, he was nominated. I'm not sure. Soundwave got a nomination. He did too. Yeah, man. So Clipse will be performing at the Grammys as well. That's gonna be something that we're definitely looking forward to. This is gonna be a big day, man. We're gonna be looking for a lot of artists to win, Clipse to get their first one, and see if Kendrick continues to go on with his Grammy. They call him a Grammy darling, but to see if he goes on with his Grammy run, we're gonna see. Oh, sorry, I misread that. Did DJ Mustard get a nom or just Soundwave? Let me see. I thought all of them did. I thought all of them did. No, not that one. There it is. Record of the year, album of the year, okay. Song of the year. Man, bro. Producer of the year, non-classical. Soundwave. Damn, maybe it was just was it just Soundwave? Maybe it was just Soundwave. Or maybe it's buried in here somewhere and we're just not taking the time to look at it because I'm moving pretty quickly. The Birds Don't Sing, Clipse Pusha T Malice featuring John Legend and Voices of Fire. Pharrell Williams, he's on here too. So Pharrell is on here as well. I don't know if Mustard got a nom. Maybe Mustard didn't get a nom, but either way, they will be there. Either way, they will be there. They will be in the building. We will be watching 1,000% for sure. Mustard was nominated for TV Off. Thank you. All right. So that's Clipse, man. Clipse is going to be there. So hopefully you guys will be watching. We definitely going to be watching here. Now, this is something I was interested in. A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky say he out here, man, and he tired of bro taking shots. A$AP Rocky addresses his issues with Drake and calls Drake's shots at Rihanna soft. Down bad, you suffering. Y'all, hey, and listen, y'all got to answer the poll. I got to see. Hold up. Drake winning this appeal? Hell no, soft ass. Yeah, he has a shot. Who said he had a shot? Who said Drake had a shot at winning this? If he wins this, I'm done with rap. Look, who said, I need you to name yourself. Who said he had a shot? Ain't nobody gonna name themselves though. If you guys are watching this on a playback, you will not see that the question says Drake winning this appeal without an E, my bad. And 5% of the people say, yeah, he got a shot. Name yourself. Hey, yo, what up, what up, my boy? Let's see what A$AP Rocky had to say, man. 1.3 million views, bro. Anything A$AP Rocky at this point is moving the needle, bro. That's something to talk about. A$AP Rocky's name in music is actually moving the needle. There's a lot of people talking about A$AP Rocky. And personally, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I didn't think it was gonna be, people were gonna be as interested in A$AP as they are. But let's go ahead and get into this Ebro, Apple Music Ebro interview.
For sure.
And I want to know that I'm kind of asking this as I want to know the inside.
Please do.
Is there really an issue, or is this wrestling where y'all are trolling us and rage baiting people to comment on the internet to promote? Like, is it a real thing or is it just promo?
I think hip hop tactics and beefs is like WWF. It's like wrestling.
Bro, I wanna send this. Me and the company man talked about this, bro. I hit him up and I said, you know what? What I'm feeling from some of these things, not all of it, but what I'm feeling is that some of it can be perceived as performative or WWE. And the thing that the company man said was, I agree, but at least I get some rapping with my WWE. And I said, damn, you're right. They are rapping. They are outside and they are rapping. But I did feel that it was a little WWE, and to hear A$AP kind of second that is interesting.
Real thing, or is it just promo?
What up, Tozen?
Hip hop tactics and beefs is like WWF. It's like wrestling all the way, right? But this thing between us, it's not real smoke, but I just don't fuck with him. Like, okay. You know what I mean? We was once friends. I feel like
it's not real smoke means I don't want him gone. Like, I don't want him gone. I'm probably never going, you know what I'm saying? You know, be at him like that. But you ain't never gonna see me bigging him up. You ain't never gonna see us in the same room. We not finna be kumbaya at any point. I just don't fuck with him, which is cool. That's cool.
Fuck with him. Like,
and he's still not saying his name though. He just, oh boy. Unless does he ever say Drake's name?
Smoke, but I just don't fuck with him. Like, right. You know what I mean? We was once friends. I feel like it's over females. I feel like he wasn't happy and he expressed that. Yeah. And I think at some certain point when everybody getting older and it's just like you're supposed to be moving on, for you to still be picking at a female and all that, that's soft to me.
It is soft. I mean, picking at a female at all. I mean, like, unless she did something to you or said, like, you talking about somebody that's completely moved. How many kids they got? 4? Am I right? Is it 4? 4 or 5 kids? They got like 4 or 5 kids together, bro. Like, that's what you on? You still here? 3. Okay, 3 kids. Like, bro, ain't that another one? Ain't it another one on the way? I don't know, bro. It could always be another one on the way, bro. They don't stop. They don't stop. You know what I'm saying? So like you still there, you still hurt over that. All the while, you know what I'm saying? We know how Adonis was conceived, bro. Like, come on, bro, chill out. We know how, come on, bro. This is wife.
And it's just like, you're supposed to be moving on. For you to still be picking at a female and all that, that's soft to me.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put out an album. I didn't put out music for me to really say something back, you know? And I finally did say something back.
And I think that's to answer some of the people saying, oh, now you want to say something. And it's like, I feel like people on the outside tend to think that you have to respond on their time. We got to relax with that. I know the video titles, I'm guilty of it too. You got 48 hours to respond. You got 72 hours to respond. You must respond immediately. Come on, bro. Like, we know what that means, right? It's a call to action. It don't mean it's going to happen. But I look at it in the sense of even like when Cardi dropped her album, she responded to everything on her time, right? Like, people are responding on their time. They're not going to just stop everything they doing because you feel like you wanted to pop off and say something crazy. And then now I got to jump out of whatever mode I'm in to get into the same mode you're in. And like, no, when I'm in my mode, I'm not going to forget. But when I'm in my mode, I'll address you then. And now this is his turn to get his shit off. And people are like, yo, why you doing it now? It's like, bro, cause I'm getting my shit off. You got yours off. Like, relax.
And I didn't put.
We used to wait years for responses. Shout out my boy Isaac too. Hey, bro, shout out to the Isaac sent over some new drops. Hold up. Shout out to my dog, man. Hold up. Hey, he sent over some new drops. Rocky is who Aubrey wants to be. Okay, okay. She said it, not me. I ain't gonna say it. Fine as hell, swaggy, and full of culture, and multi-talented, including with his pen. I love ASAP. Take his maturity, unlike some. Jay-Z does that. Facts. Drake using the streamers to shoot at Doechii now because he don't want smoke from TDE directly. Shout out to RMS too. Yeah, man, he called him soft, bro. Like, and I think that's one of the things that we've been saying consistently. Is not to attack him personally, but the way he behaves and the way he's acting always comes off as some soft shit. And then it in turn gives light-skinned niggas a bad name because you acting like that. Like, and the thing is, the problem is who Rihanna is. And I'm sure that maybe he probably had this idea of this like mega power couple or something, and it didn't work out, and now he just shoots himself in the foot every time he sees her with this. It's like him. He's not me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it didn't work out, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put out an album. I didn't put out music for me to really say something back, you know? And I finally did say something back to a few people. You know, it ain't just about one person. I'm talking to whoever.
See?
Whoever feel like I'm talking to them, you know? And I do think that shit is petty. And it's like I said, it's enough money, it's enough women, it's enough fame, spotlights to go around. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you think about it, bro, you would almost think that there's not enough money, there's not enough women, because from what we see, it's like a group of women is the only people that these artists talk to. They be hating on each other. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like maybe they feel like it's not. You know, maybe they feel like it's not.
Women, it's enough fame, spotlights to go around. You know what I mean? We not really tripping off nothing, but is it real smoke? It could never be. Right. They not.
That's what I'm saying. He like, is it real smoke? Like, nigga, you ain't that important to me. You really not that important to me. You not that important at all. It's just now now this isn't a fling. This is years. I'm not going nowhere. Like, and I think Drake sometimes probably do that to see if there's like chinks in the armor anywhere where he could weasel his way in. Like, see if there's a chink. See if I could find my way in and end up with the girl at the end of the day. And both of them, both Rihanna and and ASAP have kind of deaded that. Now, I could only hope that it lasts, that it lasts to the end. But, I know how these celebrity relationships have gone. I hope it lasts forever for them, man, because they seem like they really are happy, and I think when you got a guy like Drake who's just trying to like bring you down, it's you know what I'm saying, it's a problem. Shout out Classy, what up? Y'all run them likes up. He has a problem with people in secure relationships. Yeah, man, I can really see that. Like, because no one, I guess maybe no one at this point, he's found a person, he hasn't found anyone that he believes that he could have that kind of relationship with, I guess maybe. But we've seen from the past that he doesn't really value the relationships are truly transactional. So it's like, if I can get something from you, it makes sense. But if not, then I'm gonna move on. So until maybe he gets to a different point, maybe maybe things will be different for him relationship wise. But until then, ASAP calling that nigga soft. All right. Drake and Rocky's beef is very normal. Men fall out over women every day. Yeah. You think that's normal? That's not normal. I don't think it's normal on this side. Rocky is just responding to somebody speaking ill or speaking on his girl. That's not, I don't understand. I don't see how that's normal. There's something called moving on. There's something called moving. They both milking it, bro. You think he's milking it? I hate, bro. How you think Rocky milking it, bro? He just responded. He milking it. So ASAP didn't apply the bro code. How you gonna mess with your friend's ex? Oh my God. The people, bro. The people will take this to the next level, bro. Aubrey has a tendency to go after the love of his op's life. Also hanging out with the abuser of women who left him out of spite. What did RMS say? I missed that. Straight up creepy. Rocky's side is normal. Drake is a weirdo. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, when you responding, bro, like, what do you want me to do? Just not say anything? Not do anything? Interesting. All right. Where we at now, man? Hit that like button. Where we at? We almost at 100 likes in the stream. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button for me, it really helps out the stream so much. Sends out a beacon. Lets everybody know we doing something over here, man. Comment like crazy in the chat. YouTube picks up on that and be like, yo, they doing something crazy over there. Let's send everybody over there. So hit the like button for me if you guys haven't done it already. What do we got next, bro? Where we going? All right, let's go Trav. So Travis Scott responded to Pusha T's diss on So Be It and disputes his versions of events. Okay, hold up. Wasn't there a video of this? Was there a video? Hold up. I want to hear the video. Hold on, let me see.
Travis Scott is responding to Pusha T's call. Explain is playing an early version of Show Up on the Probably Rub the crack on Pusha's version of events. As for Meltdown, Travis simply explained on. According to Rolling Stone from Jack Boy's.
All right, so there is no, damn, I'm trying to hear this video, man. Is there a video? I thought there was a video. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into it. But I wanted to hear Travis's words.
To write. It'll be interesting. Final. I don't trust him.
Had a verse up there that was, going at peak.
God, I spin in the narrative. I melt down and check.
The net gon' call it the way.
Like he was saying, I was interrupting Ish, and I'm.
I bet. Let's go ahead and get into it. Also, was never technically Drake's woman. There's audio and visual. Yes. Anybody have a link for that? Anybody have a link? How you gonna have a kid with your boy X? I'm talking about Drake, not Rocky. Anybody have a link for that? Where my mods at? Ooh, what is this? I ain't never seen that before. That's Shield. That's dope. That's new. He's a rapper that don't rap, so of course it's an interview. All right, I'll rock with that. I'm trying to find it though. All I see is the article. Like, I keep saying the article. Did they remove the video? Hold up. Did they remove the video? Yeah, see, I keep seeing this article. Yeah, this is the same article I have already. Let me see. Anybody, one of my mods got a link? If they don't, we just gonna get into it. I ain't even tripping. So, if you gotta drop Travis's name for a rollout, then so be it. That's a nice little flip. But then that goes back to what we talked about earlier in the stream, where we talked about kind of using beef to catapult your album. Because everybody wants to hear beef. And then once they hear you beef before the album, they then tune into the album to see if you're going to say anything about the person you're beefing with. And when you don't, that's the problem. If and when you don't talk about the person that you're beefing with, then people get disappointed in your album and say, damn, you ain't give us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't give us anything. So when you go back and look at it, it's crazy. Nigga said I had a film crew with me. I'm like, what? I remember when I pulled up, it was them niggas that had the film crew. I'm talking about the little microphone on the stick and all of that. I was like, oh shit. Am I in a documentary? He's funny, bro. Travis is funny. Am I in a documentary? A lot of shit Pusha was saying just didn't make sense to me. It was like he was saying I was interrupting shit and I was like playing them shit. He said, first of all, I can't interrupt something that somebody asked me to come pull up on. What up, Queen? He said, I can't interrupt something that somebody asked me to pull up on. Travis says Pharrell invited him to their recording session. So when I hear that type of shit, I just be like, I don't know, man. If you got to drop Travis' name for a rollout, then so be it. Now, whose side do y'all believe? Breakfast Club Power 105.1 has it? All right, bet. Thank you. Let me look it up.
All right, y'all.
It's like, man, that's the type of thing that happens over in that.
I'm in at that point, and he says a lot of stuff that Pusha T is saying just doesn't make any sense to him. It's like he's like him saying that he was interrupting their session, and he asked the question, Travis Scott, how is he interrupting something when he was invited there? And then the last line on this that he drops is a direct shot back. If you have to drop Trav's name for the rollout, then so be it.
No, the next question from Rolling Stone should have been, well, once the verse came in, why didn't you let P know?
Yeah, why did you reach out since you were at their session, since y'all were cool, you know?
Yeah,
that's true, right? Because I'm having to remember that this is not in this time. This is back then when Meltdown was happening. So why didn't you let him know about the verse when you got there? So you got invited to come there. You got invited. That makes it even worse, honestly. Like, you didn't just pull up on your own because you knew they was there. P invited you, and then you allowed him to diss him on your record?
Yeah, that should have been the very next question from Rolling Stone. Like, I understand you can't just let Travis get that off.
Yeah,
because there was a whole nuanced explanation as to why Pusha T didn't rock with Travis.
Yep.
It was because the verse came in, he was dissing Pharrell.
Yep.
And he was like, yo, you should have gave him a heads up.
Right.
Why didn't you give him a heads up once the verse came in?
Yeah.
And rumor has it Pusha's back in the studio too. I don't know what that means.
God.
I
Yes,
heard he's back in the
cousin.
studio. That's
I
rumor.
reached out yesterday.
When is he not in the studio?
Well, I reached out yesterday, and they really never, ever give a statement on anything. But I did reach out to Pusha T's team to see if they were going to respond to this at all. So maybe that's where we'll get that response.
I heard he's
know.
back in the studio. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Now,
wait.
Push back in the studio? Push back in the studio? The thing is, Travis can't rap with him, bro, so it don't matter. It's a rapper who don't rap. Like the homie just said, of course, it's an interview. It's a rapper who don't rap. Push back in the studio? Oh man, I'm locked in.
in other news, speaking of back and forth, Versus announced yesterday
Okay,
that
so
we
they didn't talk about it. There was no audio. Okay, thank you though. I appreciate it. It did give a little bit more of a background story though. It did give a little bit more background story. Is he serious, Trav? Get out of here. Push has never needed to name drop Travis of all people. This is all about the play out, how Drake wants. This is all about a payout Drake wants. You think so? Ice Asian dropped already last week in Minneapolis on Patch of Ice. What happened? But yeah, man. So I listen. The thing is, everybody has their own version of events. Now, I would love to hear if Pharrell would say, yeah, I did invite him, which would have cleared up the whole thing that Push was thinking. Push is thinking, he ain't no way he's invited to a session that I'm in. There's no way he's invited to a session that I'm in. But I guess the issue then comes in with, if you were invited to the session, you cool with P, and then you get here and the verse come in and you don't let him know. He basically valued Drake's verse over the relationship with P. Now, I don't know how cool they are, or you know what I'm saying, like what their relationship was like, but he valued that Drake verse over, because he definitely knew who he was talking about, and he definitely knew who he was talking about. I won't Push to finish the Surgical Summer on Aubrey this year. Can't be silenced this time. Pusha probably doing his own project. Travis is Travis only because ASAP Rocky style. We talked about that too. ASAP talked about him on the album too. I won't. Yeah, like he said even in the interview, he said, I wasn't just talking about him. And I think everybody assumed that it was just Drake. And I'm like, nah, bro, he hasn't dropped music in a while. Travis has become a megastar during the time that Rocky was not putting out music. So this is his time to then say something about how he feels about him still in his style. They were literally living in the studio. How? I'm not sure. I would love to hear that though. I would love to hear Push come out and say something about this so-called clarification of what happened. All it is his version of events versus Push's version of events. The only person that we haven't heard was Pharrell, and that's the person we're probably not going to hear from. You know what I'm saying? So if we hear from Pharrell talk about it, then that would be a little bit more insight, but we'll see. Push even said during his interview run that P invited him. He was irritated because Trav came in all rah animated while they were trying to look lock in creatively. Okay, so I have to go back and listen to it. I'm sure he did. If he said that, I just forgot it. But so he did acknowledge that he was invited. It wasn't the fact that he was invited, it was the energy that he brought in through the session with his Utopia backpack, Utopia suitcase and all of that. I remember that time period too. That's interesting. Let me know how y'all feel about that too, man. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. Let me know. Who y'all siding with? Trav or Push? All right. Let's go ahead and get to the next topic, man. What we got? What my notes? Oh yeah. Now this is what I'm trying to get to right here, bro. These last couple topics is really what I've been interested in looking into. So Jadakiss. You know we got to talk about this Cole, bro. Jadakiss. All right, Jadakiss say he heard Cole's new music and claims both the Fall Off and a separate mixtape are coming. Now, has anybody heard about the date that is expected for this potential mixtape? No? Anybody? Has anybody heard of the date that this potential mixtape is supposed to drop? I'm asking for a friend. I've heard of a potential date, and it's like days. It's around the corner. So the day that I'm hearing, yes, there you go, Mel. Shout out Mel. I hear things. Shout out Chosen. They saying that this project could be dropping on January 28th, which is J. Cole's birthday, which is in 6 days. Now, a lot of y'all, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all niggas was hitting me up. Y'all was hitting me up like crazy when Deleted dropped this video. And I ain't ignore none of y'all. I was like, bro, listen, I've already reacted to delete his videos. I reacted to delete his videos on J. Cole. Like, I'm not opposed to doing that, but I've done one. We ain't doing 3, nigga. Like, y'all ain't finna just. That's hilarious, bro. Deleted dropped another video on J. Cole, and y'all niggas like, hey, you ain't gonna react to that deleted video though. Y'all hilarious. So his birthday, his birthday is January 28th, and they're talking about that as a potential day when he could drop this mixtape. And I bring that up because Jadakiss mentioned it. J. Coleslaw, relax. Jadakiss say he heard it. Let's get into it. What are you talking about?
Shout out to J. Cole. He got project coming out called The Fall Off, and he got a mixtape where he used some of the locks. He rhymed over Money, Power, Respect, and he rhymed over Can I Live. Killed them shit. So Cole is coming back in a major way.
Do we look at him the same, being that they screwed his head off the big 3?
You hear his bars, all of that shit don't matter.
It's over.
Bro, Kiss, that's what I'm talking about, Kiss. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Joe, what you talking about, bro? Joe, you want that Drake feature. They was talking about you too and how you was moving them little ones over the state lines. We was hearing about that too. Don't think we forgot.
You hear his bars, all of that shit don't matter.
It's over.
He's coming crazy.
Let me tell you.
He said, nah, Kiss on his money. Chill out. What happened to that whole Cameron thing though?
All of that shit don't matter.
It's over.
He's coming crazy.
Let me tell you something, man. They screwed his head off the big 3. Is he in the big 3?
I don't like that terminology,
cool.
so give me a pass. But they better screw his shit back on after you.
Listen, let me tell you.
Let's go. I don't like that terminology, but they better screw it back on.
Pass, but they better screw his shit back on after you.
Listen, let me tell you something. The locks, no matter what you call it, in your biggest heyday, no matter what,
it's all about the music. You going off the internet.
I'm not going off the internet. I'm talking.
That porch got to go back on where
I'm talking about hip hop, right? So what I'm saying to you is, you guys were fucking miniature compared to 50 Cent just sold 30 million records. You went at him. You went to the yard with the sword.
Answering your own question.
What's that?
He could sell 100 million. The bars and the power of the people in the street made all of that shit irrelevant.
He did.
Yo, I love Kiss, bro. Yo, that's my point. Like, that's my point. That's why I be at. I listen to Joe when he fixes his walk. Facts. J. Cole is still an awesome rapper, but he don't get the same love, and I doubt he can be in the conversation for a while to be top 3. No one is saying Cole can't rap. We know he can, but it's not enough to be the big 3 with no heart. Give me Jid. I respect that. J-Fo dissed hip hop at his core. Oh my God. All right, bro. Listen, I told y'all, I'm never gonna argue, man. I'm never gonna argue. I accept everyone's opinion because everyone has one. I have one, so I accept
100 million. The bars and the power of the people in the street made all.
Trenton, excuse me. So Jadakiss. So using your logic, Jadakiss knows nothing about hip hop. Using your logic, Jadakiss knows nothing about hip hop. Y'all just be saying stuff, bro. Like, y'all just be saying stuff just to type. Just to type. Relax.
You went to the yard with the sword.
Answering your own question.
What's that?
He could sell 100 million. The bars and the power of the people in the street made all of that shit irrelevant.
He didn't come outside to Jada.
It's all in the music. You talk about knocking him out the park and this and that and that and this.
I gotta hear it.
He got some shit. You know what I mean?
Are you ever thinking of selling your catalog?
I think about it every day.
See how he changed that topic though. I can't hear him. I can't hear him the same no more. He's not saying that. Yeah. I'm going to listen to Cole, but a lot of people said F Cole. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't care. I don't care that people don't care for Cole. Like, that's not it. Like, I don't really. And like I said, It don't matter to me, right? If you listen to, because then you won't listen to Cole, but you'll listen to said other rapper, you know what I'm saying, who is half as talented as Cole, but will, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get why people don't listen to him because of what happened in the beef. That's why I don't ever argue. I felt the same way. I was on here like, bro, you did what? You did what? Like, I was the same person. So like, I get it. I understand, but I'm never gonna doubt his talent. And I think that's the thing that I have the gripe with, is people who will discredit the music. Like, you can't discredit the music. You can say he isn't, in the realm of those guys. Like, you can say that, but you can't discredit the music when you hear it. You just can't. I'm gonna listen to the album to see if he calls himself the best on every song. I want to see if he ends his streak. I want to listen to Labrie. You said I won't be listening to Labrie music. Nobody will. I'm very biased, but I never have the nerve to say a legend, he don't know what he talking about. Is why I put weight on what Cam Newton's saying about quarterbacks play. How would I know more? Yeah, facts. How would you know more as a person who has never played the sport, right? And I think the game manager and game changer also applies to hip hop. I think that applies to hip hop too now. And I just don't think I don't think it's been forced in our faces to really look at it that way. And I think this is the first time it's been forced in our face to look at it that way, where, Cole, to me, I could see how he could be in the game manager portion, because he's not going to lose you the game. He's not going to lose you the game. But I don't know if and it's because we haven't seen it. We don't know if he's going to go out there and, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not going to jump out the shell, right? He's not going to jump out the shell. And again, I always say this too, and I've said it on record so many times. I think if it wasn't Kendrick, this wouldn't even be the topic. And I think there's history with him and Kendrick, which is why the decision was made. So it's like, I'm gonna take the whole L because it's my dog, or somebody who I thought, or who I believe to be my dog, and I did this on my own. I made the mistake on my own, but I'm gonna take the whole L. But if it was anybody else, they could have got that smoke. That's personally how I feel. But again, we'll never know, because I also know no one else is gonna test Cole. He gonna rap about, I'm number one, I'm the greatest, no one can F with me, and we don't want that. We don't know that though. We don't know that. There's that's a good parallel you could do for stream game managers and game changers for hip hop. That would be dope too. I think that would be lit too. I think that'd be lit too. I think we could talk about that. Like, if we could look at a list of artists who would be considered game managers and game changers, I think you could even parallel that. I think that's where the eras don't matter, because you could be a game changer or a game manager in any era. Like, I think that's a lot. Joey was giving. Oh, you mean like he was trying? Yeah, he was trying, but he was trying, but that was only because Dot wasn't answering. So I don't think he even meant that. I don't think he meant that. Like, I don't think he could bar with him personally. No, I'm not. Y'all saying he subbed him, yeah, but I'm saying I don't. Y'all think Joey would have Y'all think Joey would have barred Cole? Y'all think Joey could bar Cole? Oh yeah, thanks for the Wale cover. The album is good. The album is fire. Feeling like Cole cheated us out of. Yes, I'm there. 1000% agree. I feel like that's the thing. We feel cheated even as the fans, the Cole fans. We feel cheated. We feel like, man, we should have got that. But I wanted to hear this too, man. I wanted to hear him break this down, man. This is something I have been waiting to listen to, was him break down this verse. And I think that even when Joe Budden was talking about this, and we kind of had this discourse about, was he dissing Hove and all of that, I don't think he's gonna dive into that. I know some of y'all have probably already heard this, but I haven't listened to it. I waited until to stream to listen to it. It's been out for a couple of days, so I want to hear Cole's.
You did your life story on that fucking single. That's some wild shit.
Thank you, bro.
That's some wild and
thank you.
In that style, in that way, maintaining that pattern.
Thank you.
Which
bro.
is the fucking
the rhyme scheme.
Yeah, the rhyme scheme.
Thank you.
Not easy work. And work that comes from rigor and one pushing themselves.
And that was such an enjoyable day. You're absolutely right. Thank you. And the day, I will never forget. I remember writing songs, especially with the great ones, you know what I mean? But I remember those like how people remember like scoring game-winning touchdowns. You know, that was so much time spent downstairs in my crib in the studio while the kids are at school, sitting in one spot, like putting a puzzle together. So enjoyable. So enjoyable. It took so much time. But I don't say that to say like it was like work. It was like putting a puzzle together to challenge myself. When I got to that second line, I didn't even know what it was going to be until I said, I persevered through the worst. Now I'm just rhyming. I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere was a curse. My life, I see it in reverse.
Done.
My life, I see it in reverse.
And it's like, what if?
What if? I persevered through the worst. Okay. My thirst to adhere was a curse.
So I guess what that does too, like, it kind of, we can see the parallel to Nas, right? Like you can see the parallel to Nas, and I wonder if I don't think it's intentional, but when I heard it, that's what it sounded like to me. Was that, you know, the what if part was like, now Nas did that, I can jump in and I can do something like that too. The rhyme scheme led him. The rhyming that he was doing led him to that point where he could go, okay, yeah, now one of my heroes did this. I'm gonna do this too.
My life, I see it in reverse. Oh, my life, I see it in reverse. The driver steered to the church. Oh no! And at that moment, I get scared. I get excited and scared simultaneously. I get excited because I go, yo, what if? Like, what if you could do this whole rhyme about your life story in reverse? But you gotta keep. I'm setting rules. You can't cheat. You got to keep persevered through the worst. You got to keep 4 syllables minimum. What if? And I get excited because I'm like, oh, that'd be so amazing. But then the fear comes of like, almost a voice of like, don't even try it. Nigga. Like, yo, why? Like, you know that's not possible. There's not enough rhymes to keep it clear and keep it the way you want to do it. Stop, bro. And then the other voice is like, yeah, but what if, though? Like, nah, like, yo. And at that moment, I'm giving myself a door. I can leave and give myself leave, or I could just take the mission on some GTA shit or something. And I take the mission and I go, okay, the driver steered to the church. Something here to the verse. My grandkids carried the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from the shirts. Oh my God, the tears rise from the sides of the face and into the eyes is piercing with hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got. Fast
What up,
forward 60
Deontay?
years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear as to murk whoever dare flirt with death, the best alive. And what you now hear is the work. And I'm sitting there, and mind you, it didn't come as quick as I just rapped it to you.
Right.
It's quietly puzzling it. It's quietly like, how, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But I say that to say.
The so-called best alive bar still confuses me. I still don't think it was called for, but the song is fire. You talking about the Hove line? Yeah, I think it confuses a lot of people. And again, the thing is, my interpretation could be wrong. A lot of people's interpretations could be wrong. There's no way for us to really say, like, you know what I'm saying? There's nowhere for us to say, like, if that's really what he meant. But the so-called king is like, to me, is like what he was thinking at the time. Personally, like, I'm just like, okay, he ain't as good as y'all niggas think he is. I'm gonna be way better than him. And I think most people would think that that's the way that you should think as an artist, is I'm gonna be better.
Puzzling it. It's quietly like, how, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But I say that to say, I might have sat in that spot 12 hours that day. And gladly. Gladly. You know what I mean? And honestly, what more likely happened is, and I think this is what happened, my kids probably came in 5 hours later, home from school. So then I go upstairs to get on daddy duty, and I didn't return probably until the next day, where I probably put in another 7 hours in the same spot, piecing the puzzle together. And the greatest feeling is to every time you get a line.
Yeah.
And every time you get closer to the end. Oh my God. And then when you get to when you're almost to the finish, you're like, no, I almost can do this. I'm almost there. Like, what the fuck? Like, but then you still have the fear of like, yo, what if you ran out? What if you ran out of rhymes? What if you can't connect it?
I don't know, bro, because I feel like once you hit the ground running and you hit that mode, I think I think once you locked in the zone as a rapper, you're gonna make it happen some kind of way. Like I don't think he was ever in danger of not completing this song. And we're talking about one song, bro. The whole album ain't even dropped yet. We're talking about one song. Cole does that deniable sub-ish on purpose. His history is documented for throwing rocks and hiding his hands. That ish is annoying. 2 songs in a row throwing subs at Jay-Z. He did on Port Antonio too. Cole has y'all food. Oh man, the villains are definitely the chat. Oh, of course. That's why I love, bro. But it's all family. To me, it's all love. Like I don't be tripping over it. Like I get it. I totally understand. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, bro. Everybody entitled to their opinion.
Out. What if you run out of gas at the end? You know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. I chose my mission. I gotta do this shit. And then when you actually see it through, and you get to the end of that shit, you know what I mean? And my mama hands me over to the doctor, and I watch as my spirit reverts. And I'm no longer here on this earth. And it's like, oh my fucking God. Like, oh nah. And in that moment, it's like, yo, that's the joy. That's the gratitude. All this other shit, even right now, and the recording of the song was amazing. That was a moment in itself, because I did it in Miami. I held that verse until the right beat, and that was a Miami trip. But
damn, he had the verse. So you recorded the verse without the beat?
Number one. That's the number one experience. Then recording it was right there. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you the truth. Releasing it was exciting yesterday, but that shit is nothing in comparison. And the reactions are at the bottom of the pole. That's beneath the floor, because no fulfillment comes from that. Very little, nothing comes from response. I'm realizing that. You know, I've realized that over the years, but I see it clearly now.
It comes from the creative
Good
act.
or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad response. No fulfillment comes from that. The fulfillment comes from being in it, right in it. That's the blessing, that's the joy. Then getting to the finish line.
Damn, no fulfillment from the reaction. Good or bad. Damn. And listen, and that's something new. Because I've always thought that there has to be some sort of, oh man, I did it, right? And they love it, but maybe not.
A bad response, no fulfillment comes from that. The fulfillment comes from being in it, right in it. That's the blessing, that's the joy. Then getting to the finish line, oh my God. Thank you, God. Like the best feeling, true fulfillment comes from that. And then recording it, same. Like there's an awe, and there's a wonder, and there's an appreciation, because I know I ain't do this. Like I'm only capable of doing this because God blessed me with He's sending me the words. All I gotta do is be clear enough to hear them. He's sending me to be. All I gotta do is be observant enough to recognize when it's the one. You know what I mean? So it's a gratitude of like, wow, and amazement. You know what I mean? And that's all the fulfillment. Then releasing it, there's a fear, there's an excitement and a fear. Oh damn, this is crazy. I can't wait till they see this. But damn, if you're putting your baby out there to be fucking shitted on and
see, look, that's what I was saying. So there's a fear there, you know what I mean? But there's never gonna be a fulfillment from any of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's only.
When did you realize that in life?
Fear, not fulfillment.
Or as an artist, it's probably the better way, because this is what artists have to struggle with all the time.
Interesting.
Forest Drive. Forest Drive was the first time I sniffed that.
Interesting. Fulfillment. Wait, with fear, not fulfillment. Very interesting. Sounds like one of them Kai Cenat videos. Nah, I think he lying now. What rapper don't get fulfillment from the audience responses? It's very interesting. I have to take it from I have to take what he's saying, but like I don't know. But then he said it again, like he said it. I don't get no fulfillment from it. It's just like it's a fear to put it out because you don't want your baby to get shitted on. But I guess that's crazy. A rapper who ducks a competition ain't better than nobody. The competition to prove their place was right there and they left. They don't rank last. They don't rank. I love y'all. Listen, when the album drops, When the album drops, that's all I'm here for. When the album drops, I know it's going to be a lot of talk around this album. It's going to be a lot of talk around this album, bro. Good and bad. And I swear, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. February 6th, man. 2-6. Kendrick Before the Conflict was so much better. What else y'all saying? She said, why you always lying? Y'all wild. Chill out. All right, man. All right. Let's tap in. What else we got, man? We off cold for now. All right, our final two topics of the day. Hey, y'all, did y'all know that this What Did I Miss lawsuit got dismissed? Huh? Did y'all know this? Drake gets a win. Okay? Drake gets a W. All right? Now, if y'all don't remember, what the way that What Did I Miss was shot, I forgot. It was Ameriguns. I remember the name of like what it was, but I forgot the name of the artist. The way that it was shot, the guns, the pool, everything, and all of that was very reminiscent of a photographer that had put the work out. And I don't think that they had. I don't think that that Drake had I guess asked for permission or anything to do that. And then they ended up shooting this What Did I Miss video and kind of confusing people by making people think that this artist was a Gabrielle Galimberti, right? Gabrielle, they're making them think that this artist had, done work on Drake's project. So the artist is saying, artist is like, people hitting me up like, man, you worked on Drake? You worked for Drake? He like, nah, I ain't working on damn Drake. What? Look at this video. Check this video out. It's a complete ripoff. So in November, Drake was sued by Italian photographer Gabrielle Galimberti, who accused him of copyright infringement. Drake has gotten wrapped up in his fair share of legal battles over the years. Back in November, for example, the hitmaker was sued by Italian photographer Gabrielle Galimberti. Galimberti accused Drake of direct infringement over an image used in his What Did I Miss music video, which he unveiled in July. Damn, it's been that long? July? Damn. He alleged that the arrangement of the gun shown around the 14-second mark of the video bears a striking resemblance to some of the imagery from his own project, The Ameriguns. Yes, that's what I remember. Moreover, the lawsuit alleged that Drake tried to link his own situation to Galimberti's. They've both faced allegations of that P word right there, PDF. They have both faced allegations of that. Is insane. Why would you want to connect with somebody on that level? Why would you want to connect with somebody on that level? They have both faced allegations of PDF in recent years. The allegations against Galimberti stemmed from a Balenciaga. I hate even saying the name, bro. If you can avoid saying this fashion house's name, please avoid saying it because you are actually saying something pretty terrible. Lindsay, okay? From a Lindsay ad he shot, which featured kids with teddy bears wearing, I don't even want to say that. The allegations against Drake were leveled by Kendrick Lamar during their viral feud. Giving Kendrick Lamar's lyrics directed as calling the defendant Graham a PDF, and defendant Graham's now dismissed defamation lawsuit. Wait. Excuse me? Now dismissed defamation lawsuit. We got to tap back into that too. On information and belief, defendant Graham sought to imply that he, like plaintiff, would be publicly exonerated, the lawsuit alleged. Now, however, All Hip Hop's grouchy Greg Watkins exclusively reports that the lawsuit has been dismissed. The suit was dropped with prejudice too, meaning Galimberti cannot refile his complaint in the future. He'll cover his own legal fees from the lawsuit. For now, it is unconfirmed whether or not the two parties reached a settlement. It's possible, however, that this is what prompted Galimberti's change of heart. News of Drake's latest legal win comes as hype surrounding his highly anticipated ninth studio album, Iceman. Is he still calling the album Iceman, gang? Gang, is he still calling the album Iceman? Okay, continues to grow. At the time of this writing, the project does not have an official release date, though it's rumored to be dropping sometime in the very near future. So, this, I guess, is seen as a W on Drake's side because he won this What Did I Miss suit. But then to kind of carry over, right? To carry over. Okay, let's carry this over to this here. Drake is appealing the dismissal of the Not Like Us defamation case and calls the ruling dangerous. So just in this article, which was from a couple of days ago, published on January 21st. So this was published yesterday, which this information I felt like it had been out for a while, just people hadn't covered it. They were just citing that the case had been dismissed, right? But now that's not the case anymore. That is no longer the case. Drake appeals dismissal of Not Like Us defamation case, calls the ruling dangerous. Drake argues the lower court created an unprecedented rule that rap diss tracks can never be actionable. So it's 2026, bro. It's 2026. Shout out to Jess for the 2. Iceman has now fully transitioned into Waterboy. W Jess in the chat. It's 2026 and we still here. He won't give up. Oh, they're trying to make me subscribe. Now I was already on this page. Hold on, give me a second. So Drake files an appeal against the dangerous dismissal of Not Like Us defamation case. The defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group was dismissed last year, but Drake's legal team isn't giving up. I don't expect them to. Drake's legal team has filed an appeal in his dismissed lawsuit against Universal Music Group for the release and promotion of Kendrick Lamar's scathing diss track, Not Like Us. We are still talking about Not Like Us. So if he's dropping this album anytime soon, we're still going to be talking about Not Like Us because you have now appealed the dismissal. To me, it doesn't make sense. Maybe it makes more sense to y'all. Y'all gotta let me know. In court documents reviewed by Complex, Drizzy argues that he deserves damages for the release of Not Like Us. Regardless of the dismissal in this case, he reiterates his belief that Lamar's song states as a fact that Drake is a PDF. But Drake is seeking damages, but then aligns himself with another PDF in that Gallimberti dude using his artwork because they were both tied to this whole PDF stuff. Does that make sense? So if you're worried about that, why are you using the artist's work who's been accused of being a PDF? On the song, K-Dot rap certified lover boy, certified PDF. Why you trolling like ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. The recording was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal PDF and to suggest vigilant justice as a response, reads the appeal. The recording is defamatory because its lyrics, its album image, the image, and its music video all advance the false and malicious narrative that Drake is a PDF. He accuses UMG of relentlessly marketing the track, misleading listeners to believing the allegation Kendrick rapped on the track, causing harm to Drizzy and his reputation. So I don't know where the lawyers are. But I would strongly look at the fact that he dropped the video on his own. This is his own video. And he was featured in this video using this same person's artwork And that person has been tied to that too. So I don't know if you can really connect the dot, but I would have to think there's a way to connect the dot there. The lawsuit would dismiss, but the Canadian superstar's legal team believes that his dismissal could get dangerous. Set a dangerous categorical rule, prohibiting others from filing defamation cases against artists or labels. The court, how? The court effectively created an unprecedented and overbroad categorical rule that statements in rap diss tracks can never constitute statements of fact. I don't see any other situation, any other case where rappers are going to be suing. It's like this to me is like they're trying to make this seem like it's a preventative measure for the future where rappers are going to want to sue because they've been dissed. So it's like, yo, you can't do this now because when this other artist comes up here and says that, diss tracks can never constitute statements of fact, like they're going to want to be suing in the future. How a non-American citizen changes rules in America, how, Sway? I don't know. That's a great question, though. U.S. District Court Judge Jeanette Vargas concluded when the lawsuit was dismissed that K-Dot's lyrics disparaging Drake were non-actionable opinion. And we still talking about this like he didn't say some of the craziest things about him. He was a wife beater and his kids ain't his. I just don't understand how you can continue to do that when you said these things, right? Not a statement of fact. She also stated that the context surrounding the song, which was described as a heated rap battle with incendiary language and offensive accusations hurled by both participants, would not lead people to believe that Lamar's lyrics impart verifiable facts. Notwithstanding a relationship spanning more than a decade, UMG intentionally sought to turn Drake into a pariah and target for harassment, or worse, the appeal argues. UMG, we need to respond to the appeal by March 27th. This is gonna last forever, bro. He's never gonna give up. He is never gonna give up. I think he's willing to just ride this all the way to the end. Pause. I think he's willing to just, as long as they'll hear it. Weren't they supposed to be in like arbitration or something like that too? Drake takes no accountability, which is why he's a piece of fabric softener. Drake going to make Not Like Us get put back on the billboards. Watch. None of what Aubrey has been doing makes sense. He's cooked, fried, burnt out, all of that. What up, Kelly? Others don't sue over rap battles, so that only applies to him. That's literally my point. So it's like he's trying to set this precedent going forward for people to be able to sue over rap battles. That's what he's trying to do. And it's weird. It's very weird. At this point, it's a cash grab for his lawyers. Exactly. Drake just wanted his way. That pause is crazy, but I get it. I had to, bro. I had to. Anyway, man, we should be hearing from this again by March 27th because UMG has to respond. So I need to know your guys' thoughts in the comments, man. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feeling about this. If y'all think Drake is actually going to keep pressing this until he finds a loophole where he wins, or if he's gonna give up. My question is still, how do you align yourself with another PDF in that Ameriguns video and then be mad that bro called you a PDF and Not Like Us? I just genuinely don't understand. Do me a favor, gang. Hit that like button, man. That is going to do it for today's stream. If you guys are watching, you haven't hit the like button already, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're watching this video later, make sure y'all hit the hype button for me. It really helps out the videos. I will definitely be chopping some of this stuff up to make it a little bit shorter. We had a lot of conversation today. I'm going to start trying to go live a little bit earlier, man. But sometimes I just be busy in the morning now. But I'm going to try to get to these a little bit earlier. Getting to my daughter's basketball game a little later today. She dropped 20 yesterday, gang. A 20 piece. She dropped 20. So make sure y'all, give her good luck today on her game. We got another game today. I'm hoping she can put up another 20. We gonna see. But I love you guys so much. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Hit the like button on the way out. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.